especially with you, I wish that there would be like confetti or balloons or fireworks or something like that that would happen when you press the button in Zoom. But it doesn't really do very much. But here we are. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. You are in for a real treat today. It's Sabrina with Spoiled Agent, and I'm here with Ernie George, who's the sales manager for the entire USA with the Saint Lucia Tourism Board. How are you, Ernie?
Life is good. Behind St. Lucia and the view to the back. Check what you see there. The wonders of beachfront properties in St. Lucia. You can have it all now. The block rooms on the beach, in the rainforest, close to the spa. But guess what? Come to the Villa Beach cottages.
Okay, you're giving it away. You're giving it away. Okay, this is going to be very exciting because you might see a really cool, funky shirt somewhere in the villa. I see a shirt in there because we have a special guest with us today, and that is Mr. Colin Hunte, the general manager and owner and hotelier extraordinaire, legend on this beautiful island. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm happy to be in paradise.
I am jealous. I was saying today that I would just love it if we could just have a direct flight from where I live. But anyway, I'll make it. I'm going to be making it there very soon because it's on my list to be. So what a pleasure to have you here today. Mr. Hunte is the Villa Beach Cottages owner and general manager. So I bet you a lot of your clients, if you've had the pleasure of sending them here, have met him before. Because it seems to be such a beautiful, just family experience, so boutique and elegant and very service oriented. So I can't wait to hear more. I don't want to take too much time away from Ernie or Mr. Hunte, of course. So I just will give a few housekeeping rules to get started. I see the chat is blowing up. Of course, we have the beautiful Raquel here behind the scenes helping out with the Q&A and of course that chat, which is on fire. So we have some very exciting things to share with you today, of course, about the Villa Beach Cottages and the beautiful St. Lucia. There is a chance to win a prize today. That's a $50 gift card. If you'd like to qualify, just stay on until the Q&A portion. At that point, if you have to run because you're going to be calling your client to say, hey, guess what? I am going to book you today at the Villa Beach Cottages. We forgive you, right, Ernie and Mr. Hunte? It's okay.
Absolutely.
But you can watch the recording because this will be posted on the St. Lucia page and in our webinar library for you. We know you're busy. We appreciate your time. Make sure if you have any questions, you have the people here. These are literally doctor, PhD, advanced people in hotel, St. Lucia, tourism. So ask the questions. That's why you're the best and you're going to stand out from your competition because you know. Those questions should go, of course, in the Q&A box. And leave the chat for the oohs and the ahs. And I know there's going to be lots of that. Ernie, shall we take it away?
I am born ready and I am ready to go.
Okay, sounds good. So I'll be here as always, right by your side, but I'll let you take it away and I'll see you for the Q&A.
Okay, see you soon, Sabrina. Ladies, gentlemen, buckle your seatbelt because the party is just about to begin. The wonders of our beachfront properties, let me tell you, it is going to be something absolutely stunning, something exciting for all. So, the ultimate high-quality boutique vacation experience, this is what St. Lucia offers you. And this is what we want you to know about. Experts sell more, experts know more, experts are going to be doing more. So, folks, if you're not signed up, please sign up for the expert program for St. Lucia. It's me, yours truly, Ernie George from the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. And again, we're just more than happy to make it happen for you right here at the Villa Beach. So don't forget, American Airlines, JetBlue, United, Delta, some of those that could get you right here on the island of St. Lucia. And we know that sometimes you go way up north, so we're going to tell you about Air Canada, Sunwing, and WestJet. So just take a photo so you have it down when you need it to book your clients. And don't forget, JetBlue will be having its twice weekly flight from Boston, and we're going to have from June twice weekly from New York also. Delta is adding that second flight, and American is also going to be adding that second flight from Miami. So you are all set to come to our beautiful island. Immigration, take off that hustle from your clients. Let them fill out that form online, the stlucia.org/entry. And once they fill that in, it's into our system. We make it very easy for you and for your clients. We just ended a magnificent jazz festival. So for your friends who are into cricket, it's the next big event starting from June 15th onto the 17th. And in the event they don't like cricket because they prefer baseball, it's okay. We understand. So let's get ready for Carnival. All right. July is the Carnival month. And folks, it's going to be epic. Don't forget that. Saint Lucia Travel Agent Months, SLAM, SLAM is on. And it's round the corner, June to November. Special rates for accommodation, attractions, food and beverage. You need to be part of that. And again, you can only access it if you are a St. Lucia expert. Don't forget, this is coming right up. And friends, it gives me great pleasure. I'm going to start him on screen, and then we're going to go off screen for a while. Mr. the Great Colin Hunt. Mr. Hunt, welcome to our first of many series of webinar, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to be at the Villa Beach Cottage.
Thank you very much, Uni. It's a pleasure to be here today. Welcome to Villa Beach Cottages and my beautiful island of St. Lucia.
So it's all yours. Take it away, sir.
The Villa Beach Cottages is a family-run operation. It actually dates back to 1958 when my grandfather, Hamilton Gidhari, bought 2 American air base buildings from the US government. He bought them, transported them to Shock Beach, and that is really how the property started. So it's been here a very long time. We've had a lot of celebrity guests stay here, Nobel Prize winners, Joel, the American singer, Donnie Wahlberg. But my true celebrity are some of my guests. Many of them are repeat guests. We have guests who've stayed with us 28 times. So the property's been here a long time. The Villa Beach Cottages is a 20-room boutique hotel right on Shock Beach. We have both 1- and 2-bedroom, fully self-contained units. But the idea with the property is to offer guests the true St. Lucian experience. So we try our best to ensure that we meet our guests at the airport. We transport them. It's not a transfer to a hotel. It's actually more of a tour. They get their first piton bear by a little village, cold towels, and the welcome begins because this is a spectacular island with lots to do and see. Our rooms, as you can see, are fully self-contained. We have 1-bedroom units. Most of them face the ocean. This is an example of our 1-bedroom unit. This is another example of an upper-level 1-bedroom unit with the sea view, large balconies. It's wonderful to have breakfast in the morning, listening to the waves crash on the seashore. As you can see, we also have full kitchens. So the idea is we give people the option. So you can do what you want. So it's a fully self-catering property in a sense, but we have a small little restaurant called Coconuts, where we have a chef called Adela. But her new name is Adelicious because the food is spectacular. And the food is a blend of the fusion, because St. Lucia is an island with a fusion of multiple cultures. So, for example, one of our specialty dishes is the chicken roti, and that is as a result of the Indian influence that we've had on the island. This is an example of one of our suites. This one is called the Honeymoon Villa. It was actually my old office that I converted into a room. There's spiral staircase that go to the bedroom upstairs. And as you can see with that bedroom, you're very close to the ocean. And having the waves crash on the seashore in the night is a lovely way to fall asleep on a beautiful island. This is another example of our 2-bedroom units. So our 2-bedroom units have 2 bedrooms, one with a king-size bed and the other one with 2 queen-size beds, a full dining and living room area. And look at that view. I mean, how can you not want to be in a view like that? The island you see offshore is deserted, and our guests actually, we provide complimentary ocean kayaks and paddle boards, and you can have a deserted island all to yourself, so you can play Robinson Crusoe or Jack Sparrow. It's up to you. This is an example of our deluxe one-bedroom unit. This is a room named after Derek Walcott, who's essentially won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1982. He was a regular guest of the property for over 15 years. He wrote some of his poetry on the property. So a lot of my guests, when they come here, for some reason, they're inspired. Might have a little to do with the Piton Bear, the rum that they're drinking, but that is inspiration no matter what. This is an example of the beach. The beach is a big beach. We are another property that has a shoe type name. I'm not going to mention that property, but basically we offer that sort of service of personalization. We have hammocks, we have 2 pools, we provide massage services, and there is the individual units like these. And these are what we call our deluxe rooms. They have jacuzzis in them with a view of the ocean, and here's a hospital sink. And look at this, lying in a hammock with that sunset, drinking a cocktail. I mean, I need to go there now, to be honest. We do weddings on property as well. So we have a wedding coordinator that will handle weddings and do all the paperwork and organize everything from decoration to cakes to the coordination of the wedding. So we make it very personal. Now, this is a very special guest. Her name is Adelaide Rice. And together with an Austrian couple called the Traxlers, she has the record of stays with us on the property, 28 stays with us. She actually has written personal books for my children, and she traveled at 96 years old on her own for the opening of that room we named after her. So there's a suite on property called the Adelaide Rice Suite. She was here at 98, and we attended her 99th birthday in upstate New York. So we make our, the idea is personalization. And, you know, tourism and travel is about an experience. So one of the things we try to do is ensure that we tailor-make the guest holiday based on their particular needs. There, we also have another property we manage on the island called La Dauphine Estate. So we have the ability to give guests a 2-center holiday. They can spend some time on the beach, do the beach thing, the Gros Islet Friday night, and so on, enjoy the restaurants and stuff. But they can also go and stay at our other property called La Dauphine Estate. It's a working cocoa plantation. It's 75 acres. We have nature trails that you can hike. But the fundamental thing about that property, it's very close to a lot of the natural attractions. So literally 5 minutes down the road is the Sulphur Springs, and where you have the mud baths. There are waterfalls within driving distance. There's wonderful trails besides the ones at La Dauphine. That Paul Trail, which is literally a 5-minute drive up a mountain road. But the main thing we do on that property is grow my very special tree, which is called a cocoa tree, because it ends up as my favorite food called chocolate. So whoever is a chocoholic, staying at La Dauphine Estate is fantastic. And look at that pool. You can swim with orange and grapefruit trees growing around you, enjoying the splendor of the flora and fauna of nature. And that contrast of having that ability to have your clients do a 2-center holiday where they get the beach holiday, but they also get the eco-nature type holiday as well. The Great House is actually a 4-bedroom house. It's 135 years old, but obviously we renovated it for visitor accommodation. But we've tried to keep the natural feel and vibrancy of that plantation house. That's the living room area. This is one of the bedrooms. We have like a 4-poster bed in there, all wooden floor. That's actually wood from the plantation that we milled ourselves. This is the swimming pool area of the house. We also have trails go to the top of the ridge, actually. And when you get to the top of the ridge, you have the views of both pitons and the sea. So there's some spectacular views from the plantation. Lying in a hammock or swing chair in that veranda, watching the fireflies dance around the citrus trees or listen to the rainforest sounds. It also is nice as an alternative to waves on a beach. We do cocoa, and that house you see in the foreground there is actually called the Cocoa House, where we dry the beans, and you can see the Piton Mountain in the distance there. So being surrounded by nature, guests love that experience as well. We have a chef on the property who can do meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinners as well. So you get that sort of personalization when you stay at La Dauphine Estate. And this is the little cottage. We call it Chateau Lafitte. The original owner of the estate, his name was Gabriel Lafitte. But I don't grow grapes. We produce cocoa and lovely chocolate on the estate. This is the inside of Chateau Lafitte. And that's the end of my little presentation.
Whoa, that's the end of a little presentation, he calls it, but there's so much in there. I want to go back a little to, let's take La Dauphine in here. So we said that our guests can spend some time over at the Villa Beach, and then you could move over to La Dauphine. Tell us, how do we get to organize this?
Okay, basically what you do is that you can book directly with us, okay? And what we do is we give the option of the different accommodations. So for example, if your guests want to split their holiday, we can do that and offer them a 2-center holiday. We do everything from meet and greet at airports to airport transfers. We also have a subsidiary car rental company called Coconut Car Rental. So we can actually package a holiday where you get both accommodation at 2 locations plus a rental car as well.
Excellent. And I think this is one of the rare choices that people actually get to experience, to be able to stay at 2 properties and get that form of transportation and personalized service to move from one end to the next. We really, really appreciate this. And I think there may be some questions that we may have. So Sabrina, I'm going to come back to you or ask you to come back on, because guess what? We want a party to continue with you.
Yes, we do have lots of great questions, and I'm right here, born ready, as my friend Ernie used to say. So I'm still mesmerized and deciding which one I would go to first in the combo. You had me at the beginning, and then you just really sealed that deal with the cocoa production. OMG, this is something just really fantastic and right up my alley. Okay, so the agents are going really excited in the chat. Thank you, Raquel, as she has helped us to answer some questions, but I wouldn't mind reiterating some of the things in case somebody would love to hear that. And I see Deborah raised her hand. So again, if you have any questions, just type them in for us because we know that you might have some questions and we want to make sure we can answer them. So let me see. In regards to the property specifically, are there handicap accessible villas potentially for wheelchairs or walkers, Mr. Hunt?
Okay, basically we don't really have handicap designated rooms, but we have some lower level villas that are on 1 level, and we do allow people who are not too disabled to be able to get access to it, but we don't have specific disabled rooms.
Makes sense, especially with the beautiful history of, when the property was created and all of that. Okay. Bookings, what's the best way to book these properties, the Villa Beach cottages?
The best way is to contact us directly. Our reservations is available. We have a website as well where you can actually go on our website. It's villabeachcottages.com, and you can actually book directly with us on that website, or contact us by email at info@villabeachcottages.com. Or we also have a telephone. Our area code is 1758-450-2884. But we basically would offer the best rates available, and we would match any rate that you see online. And it's better to do it that way because we can personalize the experience from the time the guests arrive, from, as I say, meet and greet at the airport or rental cars, to actually providing an experience of the guests in terms of pre-booking. So for example, we are able to put starter packs in our rooms prior to arrival of our guests. So you can order what you want. We can actually do meals as well. So we can provide the sort of, when you arrive, you already don't have to worry about anything. Things are already in place. You want a case of Pitobe in your fridge, that's already there. You want breakfast for the following morning, that's already there. So we do that. We do grocery shopping. So if you have guests have specific lists that they want, we shop for them, and we pre-set the rooms ready for arrival on thing. We also try to make it personal. So even though I have a lot of things that I do, I try my best to meet my guests to ensure that they get the sort of experience that they're looking for. So I try to personalize it by meeting. I mean, we have another manager as well, Mr. Mondesi, who is also there available if I'm not around. But the idea is to give the guests the what I call the true Saint Lucia. There's a lot of stuff to do on this island, and there are a lot of little nuances. And it's better that you meet somebody that was born like I was on the island and lived most of my life here, because I can give you the little nuances. We have some fantastic restaurants on the island. And again, it goes back to the fusion of our cuisine, which is French influence, Indian influence, African influence, well, and a little British as well, but not too much. And one of the things that I try to do is encourage my guests to go out. And even though we have a restaurant, to go out and eat at restaurants around the island. And they enjoy that experience. So you have a choice. You have a self-catering property where you can do your own thing. We have a little restaurant on property, but you can also go out and eat at some spectacular restaurants on the island. The other thing that we try to do as well is that we try to personalize things. So for example, we can have tours where you can personalize a tour as opposed to a package tour. So you want to do a day trip to Soufrière, we will organize and book reservations for you at a restaurant between the pitons after you've bathed in both hot and cold waterfalls and eaten chocolate at La Dauphine Estate. So that sort of personalization works for a lot of our guests because they get the true, authentic Saint Lucian experience.
Sign me up. Right, I'm in.
You're
I'm in.
speechless, Sabina.
I think it's fantastic. So I have just put in the chat. Thank you for such a wonderful explanation. It's very clear that this is not your cookie cutter box, you know, sort of typical big
Absolutely
chain
not.
hotel experience. And it's such a beautiful thing to be able to give our guests and your clients, of course, of the Spoiled Agents. So I have put the website in the chat, as well as the email that Mr. Hunt referred to. And guess what? If you want to come and experience this magic for yourself, there are travel agent rates. Sometimes, depending on the season, up to, I think you said, Mr. Hunt, 50% off.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
we
you
treat
can
our
come and
travel agents right,
experience.
because to be honest, we have a few loyal travel agents that, and again, have the right clientele. You know, one of the things that's very important to me is exceed expectations, okay? And as I said, we are a boutique hotel, but it's the personalization that makes the difference. And a lot of our guests, we have a lot of repeat clientele. I mean, besides our lady who came in 28 times, we have guests who come every year. And one of the key factors is the connection that they make with the island and the people. Because the greatest asset that we have as an island is Saint Lucians. When they meet my staff, I mean, the joke is they always want to take one of my staff away with them when they leave. And the ability for my team to enjoy themselves on property with guests is also a reflection of what we try to do here, to ensure that it's a happy place. And a lot of our guests really enjoy that. And I tell you, the number of times that guests say to me, Mr. Hunt, Colin, we really love the place, but your people, we've never seen that anywhere else. And that's very important to me, because no matter how beautiful a place is or how beautiful it is close to a beach, it all comes down to the people that are the team that I have. And I have a fantastic team. A lot of them have been with me a very long time. And it's just a pleasure managing a property because I meet some wonderful people from all over the world.
That is fantastic. Well, it sounds like a really ideal situation that cannot be replicated very easily. I bet you many try. And that's why, you know, you're talked about the way you are and being a legend in the industry and on the island and born there. It's just fantastic. We had another question quickly here in the chat that I saw, asking how many rooms are at the properties.
Yeah, so as I said, the Villa Beach Cottages has 20 fully self-contained units. We have 14 one-bedroom and 6 two-bedroom units. And at La Dauphine Estate, we have 2 houses. So there's the Great House, which is a 4-bedroom house, and the Chateau Lafitte, which is a 2-bedroom house.
Okay, La Dauphine Estate. Here we go. So I'm just going to write this out. You say it so beautifully and clearly, but maybe the agents just want to make sure they copy that name correctly. So here we go.
Yes.
Here's one. There you go. La Dauphine Estate.
Yes.
And okay, perfect. Someone is asking exactly specifically for the name. So there you go. Alrighty, so if any more questions come in, that's perfect. I know that perhaps Ernie wanted to share a video. Is that happening, Ernie?
Oh, let's try to share our video.
We can, and then we'll be back for any further questions that you might have, of course.
I definitely agree with that part of it. We can
And I'll
definitely
be
go
right
into that.
here.
So you'll be right here. As you know,
I'm right here.
you are my go-to person for swapping
Things out.
swapping. Yes,
But I want to
yes.
be also your go-to person for cocoa tasting, cacao tasting, chocolate tasting, rum tasting. You can't just pick those things, and kayaking and paddleboarding and all the things I see that you have there. Oh, and jazz festival.
It is true. It is true.
Right, guys? I'm making my
is
list
true.
for Ernie. And Raquel, how are you doing behind the scenes? I know the agents are loving this. We've gotten so many great comments, Mr. Hunt.
Yes.
Interesting sessions, lovely properties. I see the reactions coming, the hearts, the smiley faces, the wows. Many of the wows I've seen coming every time you mention the things. So I can walk you through again, Ernie, if you'd like.
Oh, hold on. I think we're missing one more. I just need to
Button.
get my party
It's a
excited.
beautiful video, and the music is very
Yeah,
nice,
I
so
just
I'm
need to get my
excited to hear
video
it.
on. That's all.
Coming, it's coming.
So
Here we
we're
go.
sharing. We picked it up.
Here we go. Here it
Can
comes.
you
Here
see
it
my?
comes.
Okay, you can see my video screen.
Cannot. We cannot. Not quite. We see you and this gorgeous deck
Not
that we would
quite.
like to be on right now.
Don't worry, we'll work it out.
And I think
So,
there are mangoes in the fruit basket. Oof, my favorite.
all right. So, as they say, my protege is gonna guide me again. I am gonna go in there. I'm gonna share my screen, right?
Yep, and then share sound. Here we go. Everybody,
Um,
let's give Ernie lots of applause reactions to pump him up. Ready?
and I'm
You
gonna
can
share
do it.
sound.
You can do it. Here it comes. Look at those reactions. Look at that. You can do it. Look, they made it possible. Now I see your presentation, which is great. So we need to see the YouTube in there somewhere.
That's right. So here I am
Okay, let's see.
going in there.
Okay, press play and I'm going to give you the thumbs up. Everybody ready? If you hear the music, I want you to do a party emoji like this one. Do you see that party emoji? Look at the party emojis. Okay, now we need full screen, Ernie. Go, go.
Baby, and I wanna ride on the East Coast. Bad and bougie like amigos. I wanna feel you. Come and lock me like a cheat code. I can pack it up and you can move it like a repo. Come to town, I'll take you around. Pretty Saint Lucia. Come to town, I'll take you around. Pretty Saint Lucia. Going bars on the bay, swimming in Soufre. Sipping on Chairman's and Cranberry, got a couple of my links on the way. Take a line by Island Breeze, listen to the ocean speak. Bet you say you're never gonna leave. I'm in town, let me take you around. Pretty Saint Lucia. It's my town, I'ma take you around. Pretty Saint Lucia. Pretty Saint Lucia. Pretty Saint Lucia. Come to town, I'll take you around. Pretty Saint Lucia. Come to town, I'll take you around. Pretty Saint Lucia. pretty Saint Lucia. I'm in town, let me take you around, pretty Saint Lucia. It's my town, I'ma take you around. Pretty Saint Lucia.
There we go, there we go, there we go.
Perfect. And you can just hit stop share, or maybe I can do that for you. There you go. You did amazing. Look at all the beautiful reactions you got. What does the spoiled agent think
Well done,
of this
Lee.
super Zoom Pro? So everybody's saying, I want to come to town. Look at that. I love all the party emojis coming your way. So for both of you, amazing gentlemen, thank you for such a gorgeous presentation. It looks like we have lots of fantastic comments, reactions. We have another question that just came through. Mary says, I'm assuming our client would need 2 reservations to visit both properties. Is that correct?
No, you could, well, you can, yes, it's 2 reservations, but you can book one through us, through our main reservation department, and we will sort out the reservation between the properties. So you don't have to make 2 separate reservations. It's 1 reservation, but we can actually spread the reservation between the 2 properties.
So not only is the service personalized for your guests when they arrive at this paradise, but already from the beginning when they're supporting you as an agent. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I've shared everything with our friends at Facebook as well, on Facebook rather. Hello to everyone in Facebook land, and they're just so excited to have had the opportunity to hear about your fabulous properties, Mr. Hunt. Thank you. And
thank you very much.
Someone is saying something in the chat. We don't want to miss that. Okay, looking to see if this is a great location for a destination wedding. That's a great comment. Would you like to share something, Mr. Hunt?
Absolutely. Because of our boutiqueness, what we try to do again is make the weddings personal. So we'll only have 1 wedding in a day, or maybe some other properties try to fit it like a assembly line. What we do here is we have a wedding coordinator that actually coordinates with the client long before they arrive, make sure that they get all the proper documentation in place and whatever, and it's seamless. They arrive and everything is taken care of, from the catering to the wedding information they need, the lawyers, etc. And a lot of times we've had a lot of guests who got married here and come on their honeymoon or have their honeymoon straight away, but they come back every year for their anniversary. So it makes it very special because of the intimacy of the place. And a lot of our staff get involved in the weddings as well. So even though sometimes people come on their own to get married, they don't feel like they're just getting married on their own. They've joined the family. And essentially that's what I tell my guests. When they arrive at the Villa Beach Cottages, a lot of famous estate, they've joined the family. I mean, as I say, the properties has been here since the 1950s. So it's been here a long time. And the idea is that we are expanding our family, and we encourage people to come because it's a really beautiful island and there's a lot to do and see. But also, as I said earlier, it's about the people, and we ensure that our guests have a fantastic experience when they stay with us.
Fantastic. Another quick question came in. Are the cottages located within walking distance, to restaurants and shops?
Okay, basically there are areas close by. We have a small mall called the Gablewoods Mall where there's actually a supermarket, some shops, a few takeaway kind of restaurants. It's also within walking distance to some fast food takeaway restaurants. There is also a cinema complex called Caribbean Cinemas and a couple of restaurants. But what we try to do here is we encourage our guests to go a little further. We are literally 10-15 minutes from Rodney Bay, which is the main tourism hub on the island with lots of restaurants. There's some very good restaurants south of us as well. So we provide not only transportation by rental cars, but we also provide a sort of what I call property transportation service. We have property taxi drivers who give my guests actually a better rate than the standard taxi fare on the island. And the reason they do that is that I give them access to my guests, but they get a more personalized driver. So anywhere they want to go, they can actually get the rate in advance of their trip. That rate is told to them in the correct currency, and it's also can be itemized and put on their room bill. So they get that sort of personalization. And I can tell you, the drivers that we have on property, they are personalities in themselves. So just going on a day tour with them, it's not only the experience of the island, but it's the experience of somebody like Claudius or Vaughan or Bissett, or we have a guy called Mr. Smith, and we jokingly say, never fear, Smith is here. And that sort of personalization is what they like, because it's not only on the property, it's also the experience outside of the property as well with our driver. So it really makes the experience from the time they arrive, when we meet them at the airport, to the time when we drop them off at the airport. It's a total package that we offer of a truly indigenous Saint Lucian experience.
Fantastic. We've had some comments in the chat. They're already looking at your rates and saying that they are fantastic rates. And think about all the inclusions and services that are there for you as well. It's been wonderful. Oh, another question's come in. Okay, the agents are not going to stop, I think. This is so great. Are the rates daily based or by number of days stayed?
They're daily based, but we do offer special rates, weekly rates, and occasionally monthly rates, but we're usually having booked. So monthly rates are not usually that available, except maybe in the summer, but generally we do daily rates.
Okay, that makes sense. Perfect. Well, agents, I also will, I'll just resend real quickly the email address in case you have further questions, but we're always here to help you. If you want to reach out to me, Sabrina at Spoiled Agent, if you forgot the email from Mr. Hunt, or I know Ernie, Raquel, the entire team.
Sorry not to cut you, Sabrina, but if anybody wants
okay.
to contact me directly, they can email me directly as well at Colin, C-O-L-I-N, at villabeachcottages.com. So I'm quite happy to receive direct emails as well, and I can answer any questions. And as I say, one of the things is the flexibility. We try to personalize everything. So if agents have a special clients that need special needs or specific things that they want to organize in advance of their arrival, they can contact me in advance and we can put things in motion to make sure it happens.
Perfect. I've put your email in the chat, so it's an easy copy paste for everyone, anyone who would like to come and to reach out to you directly. Thank you for extending that. And you know what? I was sharing with Mr. Hunt that I'm a hotelier for a few decades, and it's not every GM that even talks to travel agents, comes on webinars. Nevertheless, giving out their personal direct email, it tells you the level of service, dedication, and just warm welcome service that you'll receive at the beautiful Villa Beach Cottages. So thanks, everyone. We'll see if anyone's sending anything in before I say bye. But for now, I will allow to say, here's another one. Here we go. I plan to be there in the summer. Do I contact you, Raquel, or Hortensia for anything I may need? Deborah, I think it depends on what you need. If it's the property, if it's related to the Villa Beach Cottages, then probably you would like to reach out to Mr. Hunt. Right? Like if you'd like to see it, and there I can see Raquel is there also with some emails and information. Perfect. Okay. So I will let you share any final comments you'd like to share, Mr. Hunt, and then we'll give it to Ernie.
Well, I just want to thank everybody for being part of this webinar. I mean, one of the things that I've always said is that people sometimes forget the fundamental thing about tourism or travel. Yes, you want an exotic location, you'll definitely get that with Saint Lucia. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Yes, you want nice accommodation, and we certainly can provide that. But ultimately, it's about people meeting people. And that is one of the things that's very important to me. And I ensure, as I said, I try to meet my guests, because that personalization, it can help, especially with the experience. And a lot of our guests, really what makes the difference is the experience, not only at our properties, but what they experience outside of our properties, experience the wonders that Saint Lucia offers.
100%.
So book as many as possible.
I believe in that very much. I think it's in our DNA. We want to connect. We want to be with people. It's what we do as humans and what fills our buckets. Ernie, I can see something in the back, like you might be coming to the front. Are you there? Woo, there you are. You made it.
I made it. And you know what's really interesting is I could tell people like Sabrina, you know, kind of sucks to be you where you're at and where I'm at, because I just walked around the building, inhaled some fresh air, and I'm back.
I see you. Look at that. And your heart is part of the villa already. It's showing on your shirt.
You almost said it. Friends, you know Saint Lucia Tourism Authority, we always here for you. And we always look at inspiring, educating, and letting you know what's happening on the islands. We want to thank all of you guys for being there. And Raquel, you know, I can't do it without you, girl. Ride or die partner over there. Thank you so much for answering the questions and taking it all. Sabrina, spoiled agent, thank you so much for helping us spread the word, spread the news. We are grateful for you, girl.
Well, thank you so much. And you're like a super pro Zoom graduated now. That's it.
Yeah,
You're ready
with
to go.
honors, thank you.
And with honors. It was a pleasure, Mr. Hunt, Raquel, thank you, Ernie. And don't forget that we've got beautiful things happening right on the St. Lucia page. So go there, go there, go there and participate, because we've got Travel Agent Day special messages for you for the entire month. We're celebrating you, and St. Lucia did a beautiful job on a gorgeous video as always. So we'll be announcing the winner of this $50 gift card later this week. We wish you all great luck. And don't forget, contact Mr. Hunt if you'd like to experience these amazing properties. Thanks, everyone. Until next time, bye for now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye. See you in St. Lucia, I hope. Bye.